I'm not a lawyer, but let me tell you what happened on day 24 of the Diddy trial. So the day kicked off with the judge making his ruling regarding juror number 6. And if you recall, last week the location of where that juror actually lives became an issue because during voir dire, he said he lived in the Bronx with his fiance and his daughter. And then when the judge and attorney questioned him last week, he said he recently moved to New Jersey to live with his girlfriend and his daughter. And then he later told the judge and the attorneys that he stays in the Bronx about 4 to 5 nights a week with his aunt. So after all of this came out, the judge said he would take the weekend to make a decision on if this juror would stay on the jury panel or if he would be dismissed. And then late Sunday night, Diddy's defense team filed a motion vigorously opposing the removal of this juror and saying that if the juror is dismissed, then they would like a mistrial because this is just the prosecution's attempt to remove a black male from the jury. After hearing these arguments, the judge denied both of the defense's requests, meaning the juror was still removed and there is no mistrial. And in making his ruling, the judge cited something Diddy's defense attorney, Xavier Donaldson, said last week, which was, quote, "I have had a lot of trials in this district, particularly with some people in this group and other persons. And this is the first time I can say in 25 years we have this type of diverse jury in this district. It hasn't happened in my 25 to 30 years practicing. I think we are moving in the right direction." But Donaldson went on to say, quote, "For whatever reason, the process that this court used for us to get a jury worked, and it worked wonderfully, in that we got a diverse jury. But the result of what's going to happen if we take this juror off on this record, the result is, in my opinion, going backward." So while this attorney was praising how diverse the current jury is, his concern was that if juror number 6 is removed, the replacement for him was going to lessen the diversity on this jury panel. And for context, juror number 6, the one being removed, is a 41-year-old black man who lives with his fiance or girlfriend or aunt and his child. He works as a clerk at a correctional facility and he is a fan of 90s hip hop. He's pled guilty to misdemeanor fraud related to insurance and received a 1-year conditional discharge. And now the alternate replacing him is a 57-year-old white man who lives with his wife and 2 kids in Westchester County. He has a master's degree in mechanical engineering and works as a manufacturing architect. So that's what the argument was, but at the end of the day, juror number 6 was dismissed and the replacement is in. There was also apparently some other issue with a separate juror, but the judge indicated he would deal with that at the end of the day and the conversation would be sealed, so we, the public, have no idea what that one's about. Now on to the witnesses. There were 2 witnesses for day 24 and they were both summary witnesses, or basically people who get called to get a bunch of information into evidence. In this case, the 2 witnesses are government employees and they reviewed text messages, call logs, hotel records, flight records, audio files, videos, and images all related to this case and are being called to testify and summarize what they reviewed in a way that makes sense but